the Fruity Plain from coast to coast, but in the South, where they say the game just means more, there's only one game considered the Deep South's oldest rivalry. From black jersey debuts to prayers of Jordan Hare, this matchup has had it all. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bulldogs offense will come out first. The Dogs just chewed him up and spit him out the last time these two met as they destroyed Auburn.
And that's why I think Auburn needs something to happen early in this ballgame. They need some confidence. They need some feel-good because Georgia's dominated this series. They know, they talk about it. Auburn needs something good to happen early.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're working that left side. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 1892. A long time. This game has been heated. You know a bunch of the names, a bunch of the storylines. And speaking of storylines, how about the mascot for Georgia? Literally trying to bite an Auburn wide receiver. That's how real this rivalry is.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Bulldogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Might as well give it to him again.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Red pass, it's complete. Oh, he's got some space. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon. And he's put
into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers offense has the ball for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed. He's got game-breaking ability, catching the football from climbing the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys.
He's got it on the outside. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Off play action. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Wide open downfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Gets it past the marker. Turning it on. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
Well, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house and create big plays. Showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Running to the left. Got room to work. Looking for room at the 40. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45. Out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there. The Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking to throw at Soto. Swings it out to the flat. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it and they're so using, but exactly. Get it to him.
find rivalries across the fruited plain from coast to coast, but in the South, where they say the game just means more, there's only one game considered the Deep South's oldest rivalry. From black jersey debuts to prayers and Jordan hair, this matchup has had it all. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Auburn's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Pop.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Soto. Working that left side now. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense taking the field, first chance we have to see them today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
The Dogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. Trying to keep this drive alive. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. To the ground, he's got it again. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal. You don't. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would just rough the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. This time on target. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to power it in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And so how physical are you willing to be offensively at this point on 3rd down coming up? Do you want to keep trying to run the football? I mean, you're right there at the goal line. How do you want to do it, though? You want to spread them out, maybe go zone read in the middle, give your quarterback the option to keep it? Or do you want to bring the big fellas in, go jumbo formation, and just try to impose your will?
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Barring a penalty, because announcers always have caveats, the drive will come down to 4th and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia!
In a 4th and goal situation, bring in the beef. The goal line package, all the heavy guys, the tight ends, and just pound the rock when you need it. Running back falling forward, getting a touchdown. Offense just went big on your booty.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Auburn offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough for the first. He rolls all the way up to the 40-yard line before going out of bounds in this running game, making an impact. And the Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He's got it on the right. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass, it's Soto. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
I find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that and finds those guys really, really often.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And this offense coming out slow, man. It's kind of frustrating because you had that bye week last week. What do? You go back and self-scout, look at yourself. What can I do better? And then you come out in the first quarter and you're not playing great out the gates. They got to find themselves in a little rhythm, knock off some of that bye week rust.
He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Final play of the quarter coming. Quick release on the RPO. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. The give on the option. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
He'll do it himself. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. And the Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Power football with the run. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Gonna take a shot. He's got it inside the 30. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Holds and fires complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. High the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They finally get him stopped. This veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Got it behind the line. It's Blade. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Conference USA action right now, fellas. Wait till you see how things are playing out. The home team is within striking distance, but time is not on their side. Time to see if they can solve this riddle. La Tech knows it's in a battle, but they're in the driver's seat with this lead. They've proven today they are capable of leaving here with a road victory. They're trailing by 11 to Louisiana Tech. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for him.
Looking downfield, it's Soto. Bringing the heat. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They they've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Right on the money. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Pressure coming. Got his man downfield. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Dogs! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
That's some old-school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. Dropping back, it's Soto. He makes the grab. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And his throw is incomplete.
But I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Sends it downfield. Makes the grab at the 30. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into 3rd and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. And that was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that first.
Wants to throw on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He's got his man. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Looking for a man, it's Soto. Using the quick game. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. looking downfield on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He gets a block. Boy, he almost finished his half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, the Deep South shuts down when the Tigers and Dogs get together, and that's the case again here today.
Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot. It takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside.
That's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. He'll pull it on the read. There's breaks into the open. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And the Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Soto. Complete. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. From From the shotgun, they'll run it. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Auburn.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, throw the records out the window when Baylor and TCU fight to the finish. Baylor took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Bears that fired on all cylinders. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here's a heat. Got his man to the left. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Dances away. On the run, deep down the right side. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Gets it out fast. And he laid the lumber to stop it from getting the first down.
How about the speed and athleticism in the back end of this defense? They came after the tight end with conviction, and they land a huge hit to prevent him from getting the first.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Auburn going to work with another first down. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Quick completion to the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. The official says no good, and they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game, and Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the 4th quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun, running back gets to give. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Snagged out of the air. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? Gives it on the option. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. They didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Soto. A strike downfield. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some 1st downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires into the end zone. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Auburn! The extra point here would tie the game. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. The Dogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. The give to the back. Spins away from the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. There he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They move on top here on the board.
What a great game. Tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late. Take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. End off from the shotgun. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And here's the thing, strategy. You want to run the ball because, yes, you want to score and you want to win, but you don't want to leave a lot of time left on the clock for their offense to get another opportunity. So that's a bit of the gamesmanship going on right now. I think you're seeing that with their offensive coordinator and his choice in play calling.
Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking for a man. It's Soto. Working on the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Snags it over the middle. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They just keep firing. Soft spot in the middle. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Lets it fly. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. This defense needing this energy from the crowd in a goal-to-go situation. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop and you can save every second you have.
That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Forced out of the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try along. The line of scrimmage is the 43. That leaves this kicker with 60 yards, separating him from a game-winning kick and becoming a legend. Somebody better check that dude's foot and see if it's juiced. Man, oh man, from outside 60, he sails it through. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. That last field goal gave them a 3-point lead. Now to see if they can cover the kickoff and keep them out of field goal range. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. It is the Auburn Tigers emerging victorious.